Edo, Zontana και αποκλειστικά στα κανάλια OLB.
No choftes.
No Choftes live transfer talk. Πρώτη φορά, man. Πρώτη φορά να το κάνουμε τούτο.
Yeah.
Transfer talk, transfer Choftes. That's what you call it. Transfer Choftes. Because every year, whenever the transfer window opens, there's always different stories and different news and all that kind of stuff. And today, I saw a lovely message from Fabi this morning saying how he likes my videos and my photografias and all that kind of stuff. And then about an hour later, I see this story about Al Nassr wanting to buy him. Apparently 700,000 euros they're talking about, Dora.
Ναι, ρε φίλε, για να σου πω. When there's no football, the thing that sells the most is the transfer talk. Ναι, εντάξει, με τα γραφολογία πάντα πουλά, πάντα είναι κάτι που αρέσκει, είναι κάτι που, ενθουσιάζει, gets you, it's like on a roller coaster of emotions because you're like, oh, seriously, we're gonna get this guy. I was like, and then the next day is like, no. And I've learned with the years to try and ignore as much as I can all these things because that's what they are. I mean, not rumors necessarily, but if they don't put pen on paper, everything can change. And now, as Pumen, okay, there is talk about Fabi Al Nassr wanting to sign him, and they do have the money, and it's always a bit dangerous when teams from countries like that want a player, especially at the age of Fabi, because they can offer him a contract that's gonna να τον εξασφαλίσει για όλη του η ζωή και γίνον και αμορά του, ας πούμε. It's gonna be like, okay, I've got, I don't know, 5 years of football. I can go now 2-3 years. Heck, I might even stop 2 years earlier, with the money I'm gonna get. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You have to sort of filter what's right or wrong. I remember when, back in the day, I used to play football with this guy. His dad used to be a proedros of a team. Okay. And he told me, I remember back in the day when we had the fax machine and we would get lists of like hundreds of players every day. And I would read the facts and I was like, oh, this player and this player and that player. But, some of these things are games for managers. Some of them, you never know. So, yeah.
The way I see it, unless they're sitting in a grafio with Larku, right, shaking hands, it's not a done deal. And the thing is, with Fabi, all right, let's get a bit realistic here, okay? Why would he go from Omonia to Al Nassr? Take money out of the equation. Why would he go there? Because let's be honest, is he going to be playing Champions League football? No. Will he be playing Europa League football? No. Will he have a chance of winning anything, really? Okay, Al Nassr are a big club, but if we're talking about the Asian Champions League or playing in Europe against Europe's best and potentially winning another title, I don't think he'd go there. I think he's happy at Omonia. You see him, in his Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I don't see any reason why he would go there. Okay, if money is an object, he's still got a year left. So they're still going to have to pay. Am I right? They're still going to have to pay for him.
For sure.
So it's up to us to demand X amount for him. And all right, if he goes, it'll be a big loss. But I'm not thinking about that because the guy is clearly happy. And we've known for a while now, he's been linked with many clubs. So I'm not going to sit here and stress about it. Andreas said that in the latest rumor is Abo is going to sign Akintola. Yeah. We'll see. This is it. We'll talk about them cunts in a bit. Yeah, they're going to get him. Before we talk about the rumors, we've signed Euster, or should I say Hector Salamanca. Ding, 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 ding. We signed him. And we signed Saltia. It's been announced today. I'm happy with both signings. I'm not going to lie. Don't get me wrong. Signing Euster effectively means that's it for Lufna. However, having spoken to Jakob Larsen yesterday, who knows Copenhagen very well, there is still a chance that we could get him. But we're not going to discuss Michael at the moment because that's still on ice. As for Juste, what do you think? Experience signing? What can he bring to us?
What he can bring there, I think he can bring experience because he played at a higher level. He knows the league very well. He's been playing for 4 years in Cyprus. He might be a little bit better than Michael with the ball, like building the game, starting the game from behind. Um, Another interesting stat is that during his time at Apollona, there was a year where he scored 6 goals. I think that was a couple of years ago.
Was it from set pieces? Or they're from corners?
Set pieces, yeah, near headers mostly. And yeah, more experience and like I said, goal scoring, good with the ball, helping build up the game from behind. And okay, I mean,
is he a leader? Is he a leader? Does he show leadership? Because that's something that we need from a defensive perspective.
Okay, I'll ask you a different question. Who was the leader of Omonia in 2 years of the defense? It was a unit.
I'd say the most consistent player would be Lufner. For me, anyway.
But yeah, that's not an answer.
No?
Was he the leader? When I say leader, I mean...
Or the one player that stands out.
Yeah, the one player that, is gonna... in Cyprus, we say Archontikos still. He leads. He guides the whole...
Like a talker, someone Bumila,
yeah, the one who Bumila, who Diadasi.
Well, I wouldn't say that we had one player that did that, because I think all of them did it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I remember like Lang talking, Huberchan talking, so they were all together. But if you want to talk about like a proper captain, I mean, is Juste the guy that, you can say that, Ndaxi, he's 33 years old. Is he going to push us forward, or is he there because we need that experience because of Michael leaving?
I can't see that we have to get into Berg's mind and Laku's mind and all of that. I mean, something we have to bear in mind is that Hubert Chan and Lang are going to be playing Euro. They're going to be with their teams Euro. So effectively, that means we're left with one choice, which is Panayotou, who's a youngster. He's 20 years old. And like we saw from last season, the beginning of the season is the most important as far as the target of Europe is concerned. So maybe what they wanted to do was not experiment a lot, find a solution from Cyprus with experience, and together with Adam and Thomas, be η άμυνα σου, η βασική, and have like Panayotou as a fourth option. So that's the way I see it. Now, if he's a leader, what he can further bring to the team, if it was a good decision at the end of the day or not. I think, was it you I texted, or it might have been you, when we were discussing about transfers. At the end of the day, Refile, if the player who comes in is equally as good or even slightly better than the one who left, no one's gonna say anything. If he comes in and there's the comparison, for example, if Fabi leaves, Aspume, which we don't want, or I don't think it's gonna happen unless something extraordinary comes up. But like any keeper who comes to substitute Fabiano, it's gonna be really difficult. And it's the same with the defense, because Michael was fucking immense, Refile. Him and Adam and him and Thomas, it was like they were one person. It wasn't as if they were so compact. They understand each other. They cover each other up. The defensive midfield helped them, and that's the thing. So anyone comes in the team and he offers a bit more, or even with Thiago. Thiago, we said that he was a big game player. Look at all his goals he scored, how crucial they went, and against who. Okay, if you're gonna bring someone to replace Thiago, you're gonna compare. It's inevitable that you're gonna compare.
Well, there's a question here which we've spoken about before. Zahid as a potential transfer. For me, he'd be the ideal replacement for Thiago. That's my opinion. But then again, Thiago played wide on the left and drifted inside. Zahid is more of a number 10, so he can drift. He drops deep. He collects the ball. He takes tempo. So for me, if you want to talk about long-term replacements, effectively, he's your long-term replacement, no?
He's like you said, Jordi for me is more of a number 8. Zahid is a number 10. Zahid can't do the things that Jordi brings into the game. For me, they're completely different players. Zahid is I don't know if he's Zahid reminds me of an older type of number 10 that's extinct in modern football, but you love to watch. You love to watch. For me, growing up, the number 10s were always my favorite players. You know, other people like the strikers. I always liked the number 10 because they were skillful. They were, you know, with the ball, they were technical. They were all of that. They could change the game. They were usually the set piece takers. They, you know, and all of that. And usually these players don't like defending too much, or you know, they don't like being a part of the they want their own freedom as Pumen to play. They're more like artists rather than football players, and I don't know. So for Zahid, I obviously rate him, and I would love for him to come to Omonia. But he would have to fit in to the way Berg wants Omonia to play. And the truth is that the last couple of years, okay, he was up well last year because 2 years ago he was in Panathinaiko. He had more freedom to play the way and the style he wanted. And the other thing is that from the way I'm seeing things, even though we won the championship and we had a surplus of 2 million, financially, Omonia doesn't seem like they're willing to go that extra mile and spend more money. And Zahid wants a lot of money, and I don't think at this point we're willing to give him what he might want. I don't know at the end of the summer if he comes back, and it's a different story because obviously there's Sokolovsky as well, who spoke to him and all of that. They knew each other.
Yeah, we spoke about that after the game, didn't we? As a bit of a sneaky one, wasn't it? But, you know, Andrea made the good point. What about Okriashvili, the guy that's at Anorthosis? He's out of contract at the end of the month, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a similar case with Zahid, not the style of play. I think Okriashvili is I like Okriashvili more than Zahid. And I think he would fit more still Omonia. But his ambitions are bigger than the Cypriot League at the moment. At least that's what he's saying. And he's a type of player who can get money from better leagues, whether that being the Turkish league, Russian league,
Belgian, Ukraine.
Yeah,
but the thing is, Ray, I know we've Omonia, we've had a hard on for him for a while now, really, because remember there's those rumors about Eric going the opposite direction, and we shot them down completely, and then so the rumors have been rife about him. The rumors have been rife about Zahid. Now, let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say we do bring in Okriashvili and Zahid, okay? Because I know for a fact we're looking for.
It's not happening.
Well, I'm just saying, hypothetically, okay? Because we're only looking for loans and free transfers at the moment. Both of them are going to be available on a free, right? So we're looking for a left winger, a central midfielder, and a right winger. That's what I've been told. Now, as for a striker, I don't know, But then again, it goes back to what you said about Duris playing for the national team at the Euros. If he has a good tournament, there will be clubs interested. And if the money's right, of course we're going to sell because of his age. So, you know, I just think that right now we're in a good position. As you said before, when transfer rumors hit, everyone gets excited. And there's another rumor about Orlando Sarr coming in. He's left Malaga. Henningberg knows him from his time at Legia Warsaw. I wouldn't say he's a prolific goal scorer at all. I think he's only scored like 7 goals in the last 2 years, which isn't great. But then there's Matt. And people have been messaging me for ages asking you about Matt. And listen, I know Matt very well. And he hasn't told me a thing. But I know full well that he wants to come back to Cyprus. He has a house in Bafo, which I don't think that anyone is no secret. And there are obvious links to Aris and Bafo. So what do we talk about here, Philemon? Because I want Matt to come back. But the fact is, he's 34, 35 years old. We're trying to lower the trying to lower the average age, the wage bill, and all that kind of stuff. Is it going to be feasible for Matt to come back right now, the way that things are? Look at this one. He announced his retirement. This Orlando Sarr. So there you go. There's that rumor done. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that ticker then.
Okay.
Bemo. So come on, Matt.
Yeah, as far as Matt's concerned, yeah, it'll obviously be fantastic to see Matt back in Cyprus, preferably for Omonia, but it would be nice to see him back in the Cypriot league as well, because he's an amazing player, very very good character, and as far as Omonia is concerned, Refile, the way I see it, we've got Chepa and as a main striker, because he came in January and he proved that he can wear the shirt with the number 9 behind. Yeah, he's done a good job, and if you think of him training with the rest of the team and having the preseason together with the rest of the team, I think Chepa's going to be only better than what he showed us these 5-6 months. Then there's Kaguli, who Henningberg believes in him a lot, and he showed it last year when, you know, he signed Duris and everyone was expecting us to sign another striker, but he believed in Gagulis. And maybe this season for Gagu wasn't the one he expected, and he knew he could do better. But I think that Mr. Berg still believes in him. So the only question mark is Duris. And I personally, like you do as well, I still believe that Duris is a good player. And yeah, maybe the season last year wasn't, as far as his goal scoring tally, you know, the best in his career, or it's not going to really help his CV once they see the amount of goals he scored this season. But I still believe in him. But if I had to like choose, because I find it difficult to believe that, you know, Duris is going to leave and then Kaku is going to go on alone, and then we're going to be looking for 2 strikers. And, you know, Matt, if there's a possibility of Matt coming back to Omonia, he mentioned that many times, that he's a kind of player that likes to play all the time. So unless he understands, I'm not saying that he can't come and be the number 1 choice, but I don't know how easy it's going to be with Chepa being our main striker and Matt there. But yeah, generally I'd love for Matt to come back.
And the thing is, there, right, let's be 100% honest, right? He wants to come back to Omonia. Omonia is his first choice, and this is a fact.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's difficult to get him back because of the, you know, we've spoken about the average age. We've spoken about, you know, the minutes that he wants. He's a player that wants to play every game. And if we can't guarantee that, but someone like Buffo can or Aris can, I wouldn't blame him for going there. But Omonia is his first choice. So if he doesn't come to Omonia, I think chances are it's probably because of the club more than anything. But I can't be angry at either of them. I can't be angry at Dubs if he chooses to go elsewhere because he wants to come back to Cyprus. His family are happy here, or were happy here. And I can't blame the club because it's business. This is football, you know. It'll be sad not to have him back, but at the same time, we've got to move on, man. We can't get attached to players. You know, I got attached to Thiago, and I was gutted when he left. You know, absolutely gutted. But this is football, man. It's football.
I feel okay. It's you can't not be attached with players. I feel the human beings like you and I, and especially at least when as far as I'm concerned, once we started the podcast, then I saw you know, these players being humble and being supportive and being helpful to what we are doing. And there's no reason for them to do what they're doing. You get attached and you see them from a different perspective. And yeah, of course you're going to be attached because we're fans, and fans, this is what they do. They get attached with players. And okay, it's modern football, but yeah, I mean, we can't always be happy, but of course we're going to be attached with players, man. It's sad to see people who have offered a lot to the club go, or it's even worse to see them play with another shirt of another team, especially if it's a local club. But at the end of the day, I feel okay. It's like you divorce your wife and you're telling her, okay, we're gonna get a divorce, but you can't get married to him. I mean, this is it, you know. Sometimes it sucks, but yeah.
Well, this is it, man. This is it. Yeah, well, yeah. Gargoulis is a very solid second choice. Well, again, you know, you mentioned to me earlier, and you reminded me that he had so many issues this season, be it fitness, injuries, COVID. He didn't really get any consistency, and then when he did get his opportunity, he did pretty well, especially against Apollon, last home game. Here's a question. How about this one?
Yeah,
the French fella up front.
Yeah,
they're number 9.
I've been watching him for. There's also Wagner from Salamina, who's a good
Yes.
player. Yeah, he's a good player. Και πόσα λεφτά πιάνει ρε Ginos. I mean, Salamina's gone to second division, ρε φίλε.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Another interesting stat for you. You remember when we went on 5 games without winning? It was against Hermes, Salamina, Paralimni. All these fucking 3 teams got relegated. Imagine
we gave them points to give them a chance of staying up. We threw that rubber ring in the piscina. Ella.
Yeah. Perico is a good. Generally, Paphos got some very good players. Paphos is, if you look at the team, the squad of Paphos, Rutko, amazing keeper. Arayuri, the defender. They've got
Jason Panchon, Valakari.
Jason Panchon, Valakari. We're definitely missing out on other players.
Hepburn Murphy, he's a good striker.
Yeah,
Hepburn Murphy's a very good striker. But
for me, the Beringo he's very good, very good centre forward. But I don't know about his age as well. I think he's also 34, 35. And Sandik is 35. So
yeah. But Wagner's 31. He scored 10 goals this season. 10 goals for a relegated team, and one of them was against us, wasn't it? Or was it both?
Yeah,
of them? Did he get both of them against us? Was it 2 he got against? Or was it 1?
No,
I got the winner.
It was, I think, Dani. They have this other African guy. I think the African guy got 1 goal, and then Wagner scored
he scored the winner, didn't he? At the end,
I think. Yeah, but he only scored 10. I'm pretty sure he scored more than 10. Wagner.
No, league goals. League goals.
No, Actually, he also got injured for a couple of months, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was under the impression he scored like 14 goals or something like that.
Well, so let me check it out. Let me get the screen up. Transfer marked. They're pretty good with statistics. Hello, 1 minute. How do I do this now? See, these are the joys of fucking live streaming. I don't know how to add another one. Hold on a second.
What dico de Excel, refil.
Oh, no, I don't want to put my face up there. No. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Share screen. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get it right. Don't worry. One day I'm gonna get it right eventually, and you'll be thanking me. Oh, fuck me. Oh,
Christos from Football Town.
I'll give up.
What's that,
I'll
man?
give up. Fuck knows. I'll give up.
Fucking.
I don't know.
I was looking down on my phone and I was like,
fuck knows.
Christos
I don't
is
know.
watching us.
Excellent. So at least someone's watching us. There you go.
Yeah, Christos from Football Town, and he's having Coca-Cola and ketchup.
You're lucky. Food. That's nice. That's nice. But yeah, no, I tried to get the screen up. I couldn't do it. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Anyway, if I try a new window.
Who is Andreas V?
I don't know.
Do we know who is Andreas V?
I don't know, bruv. Why is he on the screen now?
Yeah, Andreas V.
I don't know what's going on, man. I can't even fucking see the screen now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I thought he scored 10 goals. I thought he scored 10 goals this season. That's what I saw anyway. But whatever. Transfermarkt said 10 goals. And that French guy, I can't even pronounce his name. Berry Gold. Berry Gold.
Berry Gold. Yeah.
But listen, what about Jason Punchin though? What about Jason Punchin? There are rumours that he's been in negotiations with us.
He's a wicked player. He's more of a Geordie, you know, but still like an age of 34. See, that's the thing, Refile. Dora, we've got a lot of key players in the team that are old. Okay, and even though if you take everyone individually, they're wicked. They're very good. We can't build a team depending on players that are over 33, 34. You want to drop the age. And we were reading, I think I sent you a message about, you know, at the end of the year, there's like 14 contracts that are running out. And with, you know, Loizo and Johnny, you know, we're going to hear a lot about them too. And I feel like we have to start building a team because, okay, Babulis is not going to continue playing forever. And then Jordi is not going to continue playing forever. Hooper Chan is not going to play till they're 40. I mean, you can't give them 2, 3 year, 4 year contracts. Okay, we got Psaltis who's in a good age. You got Kusu who's in a good age. But it seems to me that even though, you know, we're champions and we have the advantage of keeping our team and building on it and dropping the average age, all of our targets this far have been players that are, again, 33, 34, like Punchel 34, Matt 35, Euster 33 to 34. And it's good to have the experience, but you can't depend on 4 or 5 players who are at that age. We have to gradually drop the average age of the squad. This is what I think.
Well, you're right.
The guy for that appearance is 10 goals.
She's in the background, Dora. She's looking for her toys. Yeah, so 17 appearances, 10 goals. I've got this goal scoring chart in front of me. But for the life of me, I can't get it up on the bloody screen. Dingini got 13 goals. Sadiq got 12 for Doxa, but he's like 34 years old. Vilidaya got 12. Bitta got 12.
Was that up until without counting the second stage, I don't
know, man, because although it says here Wagner's got 10 goals. So
yep, but was that maybe it's
well, not including
the playoffs.
But there must be a website that's got the fucking things, surely. World Football. World Football. Okay, that's World Football has got Dingini with 16. 13
Κόπε,
plus.
είναι εσύ ρε, το πρωτάθλημα της Κύπρου, είναι εσύ, isn't there a fucking page in κόπο, whatever,
Fulham haven't got a fucking
πρωτάθλημα
clue.
Κύπρου.
I mean, you know how GOP are. They change everything as they go along. So they probably put fucking Aboel top of the league, the cunts. So, you know. So, there you go. Speaking of which, there's someone messaged me yesterday saying, "Oh, is it true that Derbyshire's going to Aboel? They've got more chance of signing Wayne Huruni, right? That club is broke. And what I will tell people now is that there's an election happening on the 1st of June, and you got Manidara's administration sweating because they're probably going to lose out. So this is what normally happens. They throw in these names saying, "Oh, we're going to sign this player, we're going to move for that player." Connie, I'm doing a live stream here. She's fucking pissing about. Take that shit down there. Go, 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 go. Upstairs, we say. Go on. You need to get that. Get on with it. Anyway, so
Ναι, in case
I give
you,
up,
have,
man.
you don't
I give
know.
up. What it is, what they're doing is that it's a ploy to get more votes. It's a ploy to get people in, wanting to. Oh yeah, so he's going to bring in that player that used to play for Omonia. He's going to bring in that player so that we'll vote for him. We'll keep him in. It's not going to happen.
He will stay. He will stay because the competition's out. So μόνος του Πρόδρομος is running the race by himself. There was one other candidate, but he said that he pulled out. So by the looks of it, Prodromos is going to continue be running up well, which is not necessarily a bad thing, if you ask me, because
well, listen, that's
fans
their business.
turned their back on him. No.
Well, listen, the fans turn their back on him. The fans turn up to protest. The fans do this. The fans do that. But fact is, he's still going to be there, and they're 24 million in debt. They're fucked, So when I see these rumors about Matt Derbyshire potentially joining Upwell and people messaging me saying, is Derbyshire going to go there? He's not going to fucking go there. And he loves Omonia too much for him to go to Upwell. Why would he go there? He's serious about winning things. He scored 14 goals at fucking MacArthur so far this season. They might get in the playoffs. Come on now. Let's be reasonable. Let's be grown up about these things. Anyway, well, look,
Valagari and Babic. Yeah, Valagari and Babic are really good players. Okay, Babic plays for AL, but Valagari I really like Valagari.
Yeah, cracking
for
player.
Me, yeah,
cracking player, fantastic player. He played for the Finnish national team. Scored in his debut against France.
Yeah.
Babic, yeah, he's at IL. How many goals did he get this season? 8, 7, 8? 7, 8 goals this season?
I don't know.
Well, listen, I
actually like Maidevac. I like Maidevac. Που ήταν της ΑΕΛ και βγαίνει στην Άχνα is good. There are some good players. This season there's some good players as well. I mean, even Rushas, who used to play for Omonia back in the day, he scored something like 18 goals, 17, 18 goals this season with Hermes.
I saw his goal at the weekend. I saw his goal the other day. Really good finish, the one-on-one.
Yeah.
Really good finish.
Yeah. So, έχει παίχτες ρε φίλε. Έχει και Κυπραίους παίχτες, έχει και ξένους. But yeah, at the end of the day, what I want to say is that Larku, Tarabuluzis and Berg proved these 2 years that they know what they're doing. They might not, the signings remind me a bit of the way we're playing. You might not like it so much, but it gets the job done at the end of the day, So they know what they're doing. They know we trust them, and it seems to me that they're following a certain financial. And
it's a structure, isn't it?
They're not going to get carried away. They don't want to change the balance of the finances. They don't want to bring in, players that are expensive. Maybe they don't want to spend a lot of money. They prefer to sign players on free or loans. So, okay, we can, just do the same thing, when there's more rumors, when there's more friendlies. Okay, But at the end of the day, what we're saying is not, it's just us, just μεταφέρουμε τις κουβέντες που γίνονται, που ακούμε, ας πούμε. So,
yeah, exactly. But hey, anyway, it is what it is. Well, look, let's wrap it up, Philemon. We've gone on for 35 minutes. We've spoken about a few transfer deals potentially happening here and there. And we'll revisit this hopefully in a week's time, if not sooner, if anything does happen. And we've got a few interviews lined up. We've got a big one on Saturday, which we're not going to mention just yet. But it'll be an interesting one. He hasn't given an interview since leaving Omonia, and that's built many years ago.
Yeah.
Hadi, wrap it up.
I'd like to, another thing I'd like to say is that I want to remind all the people that we're running out of days. Beginning of June, we're gonna raffle the shirt, the Wolves shirt, and the Davidson shirt for Maria. So we haven't got a lot of days. Just keep the donations coming. Maria is already in Germany and she's going through some difficult time at the moment. So let's just the least we can do is try and help any way we can from wherever we are in the world. If everyone's watching or anyone's watching this, we've got a few more days. We've got the Thiago giveaway as well. And soon we're going to have a review of the year, which we're going to have another surprise guest as well. So yeah,
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No, the reason I've just put that ticker up there to say it's got the address, the GoFundMe page for Maria, because I think there's about 2,700 quid raised so far. As you said, the time is running out for the Wolves shirt and the Davidson shirt. It runs out on the 31st of May. So get your donations in. €5 or £5 gives you one entry into the raffle. You can enter as many times as you want, and then we're going to draw it out. And then, the winner gets a signed Wolves shirt. Now, this is a signed Wolves shirt, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this has been given to us by Danny Fishwick, who's part of the Wolves medical staff. As you guys are probably aware, the manager Nuno has left. So I don't know where Danny will be going next. He could be following Nuno. He might stay at Wolves. You never know. We've also got the Davidson shirt, which was kindly donated to us, a Davidson Cup final shirt, which he wore in the final in 2011, wasn't it? 2011?
Yeah, 11.
And also, before we forget, I don't know, did you mention that the Thiago shirt as well?
Yeah, the giveaway, yeah.
There you go. So Thiago has told us that he's going to give a shirt to any Omonia fan that joins in our giveaway. So let us know in the comments if you want. Put in the comments, just say what your favorite goal was of Thiago's at Omonia, and you're in with a chance of winning a fanella, a signed one as well.
Yep.
There you go. And that's it for another episode of the No Choftes podcast live. You catch me on Instagram at Stel. We're on YouTube, as you can see. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your nunna. Roy here is at Roy No Choftes on Instagram. So, Philemon, wrap it up.
Πάμε σιλάκα μου, επιάμε το Ομόνια λαός πράθεαν, τώρα θέλω Ομόνια λαός τα απόλυα ο χρόνου τώρα. Τώρα να μιλώ για ο χρόνου.
Here we go. Bye, guys.
Guys. See you later, guys. Bye.